Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to yet another reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR and over here we talk reactions and reviews. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's go. What's goody everyone? How's everyone doing? Happy Monday to everybody. Sis, I had to get my coffee this morning, y'all, because ooh, baby, it was rough, okay? It was rough getting up this morning because what I noticed about this morning is that the seasons are changing, y'all. That's why I put my blue jean jacket on this morning, because I was like, ooh, it's a little chilly out here for me, okay, y'all? Because I have low iron, so I get cold quick, okay? So I said, well, let me put my jacket on, and you know, I woke up, and normally, you know, around 6 o'clock, y'all, it's real bright and pretty outside. But I noticed it was dark still, and it was taking a moment for the sun to come up. And I said, well, the seasons are changing, and so do people. All right. So, y'all, that brings me to my conversation of Liv's life. Okay, we haven't talked about Liv in a minute, and if you watch Liv, for the most part, a lot of y'all that watch me do watch her, okay? And y'all know that Liv's life is going through something right now. She's going through, I'm assuming, a separation from her husband. Y'all know that, you know, Liv moved to Florida, what is it, been over a year now ago. And when she moved there, you know, she relocated there by herself, just her and her children. And her, at that time, baby daddy stayed behind in Texas. And it looked like they weren't going to reconcile their differences. And then you start seeing videos of, you know, him coming to visit. And then you saw a video of her traveling, what was it, y'all, 17 hours straight in the middle of the night to see him, talk to him, whatever the story was. And then you see him coming there, and he's there, okay? He gets a job. They appear to have reconciled their differences. And then at the end of last year, December 31st, y'all, they got married. So I was like, okay, well, you know, I get it. Because, you know, Liv has told us that, you know, throughout their 7 years, 8 years, however long they've been together, of their relationship, it's been very up and down. They've had a lot of issues with infidelity and things of that nature. And I said, well, okay, maybe the degree of separation has worked for them and they gonna get it together. Well, y'all, yeah, I don't think that's happening, okay? So, Olivia, over the weekend, she put out a video saying that Gerard has left his family for the streets. And then she did a live yesterday, you guys, that I caught because I was on the road. My husband and I took a weekend trip, well-needed weekend getaway. And, honey, if you follow me or if you don't follow me on Tasha Marie TMR on IG, sis, I was clowning all up and down that highway. I had to do something to keep myself entertained, you know, because when you driving on that highway, you just looking at land, cars, and field, you know. So, my husband and I was performing, okay? He was to hear songs from back in the day that, you know, made him reminisce, and I did too. So we was having fun. So y'all have my little performances on IG. So, but anyway, back to Olivia's story. So she went live. So of course, you know, I'm tuned in because I'm on the road, and I'm like, ain't nothing else to do. So I watched the first video where she said, you know, Gerard left. So I guess, y'all, he went back to Texas, okay? He went back to Texas, and, you know, Olivia's devastated. I noticed, though, that, you know, she started the video off talking about reactors, and I guess she's not liking what she's hearing. And you know what? I get it. I understand. You know, she's going through something right now, and we get it, right? But what Olivia has to understand is she is the one who's decided to film her life as a soap opera, basically, you know. She filmed her life as a soap opera, and she uploads those videos on a channel that she claims is hers. And she obviously wants people to come view her content, view her videos, view her life. And like anybody else, they have thoughts and opinions about what they're watching, because a lot of women can relate to her situation because they've been there, done that. Or for some women who can't relate, who's never been through, you know, a relationship like she's going through, they could just sit and watch and be like, man, that's messed up that you're going through that. Sis, we hope you get it together, right? But what I notice about Olivia, although she's, you know, going through the motions, you know, she's displaying a lot of behavior on, you know, YouTube, her Instagram, where it appears like she's not trying to hold it together. You know what, y'all? I'm not saying that Olivia should not be crushed about Gerard leaving. But what Olivia has to understand is, and I think she knows this because she mentioned it yesterday in her live, you know, Olivia left Gerard in Texas. She packed up her whole house and their children. And honey, you relocated to Florida. You know, not really caring about how he felt. You obviously did what you felt was best for you, right? Like you said, you went to Florida because that's where you have help. You said you didn't have any help in Texas, so you went to Florida where you had help, right? Knowing that he was going to be taken away from his children, but you went there with the sole mind of, you know, these my kids, and I'm gonna get this by hook or crook. Well, in the same sense, Gerard, I guess, is feeling the same way. He doesn't have any help that he feels is help, okay? Although Olivia's mother appears to help them out a lot financially, because Olivia said that the car that it's in her mama's name, or the truck or whatever it is, she gave it to Gerard, and it's between Olivia, mom, and Gerard about that car. She doesn't really want anything to do with that whole situation, and I get that. I understand that, but at the end of the day, you know, he left Florida, although you're his family. He left because he really felt like he didn't have anything there. That's not what he knows. He doesn't know Florida. Although she's there and the children are there, you know. You know what, y'all? I'm going to be honest with you. I really feel like Gerard felt like once he married Olivia, then at that point, she was going to have to do or go along with whatever he felt like was the best for them, right? And obviously, Olivia, having a mind of her own, doesn't want to do that. And even while they've been there in Florida, there's been situations where Gerard, again, has some infidelity. So Olivia's probably thinking, well, you gonna cheat on me no matter if we in Texas or Florida, so I might as well stay where I'm at least if some ish jump off, my peoples is right here. Because maybe she just feels like Gerard's family is not as for her as she feel like they should be. I don't know, y'all. Obviously, I don't know Gerard's family. I'm just going off conversations and events that I've seen on her videos and things that she said. But you know what? Her getting on Instagram, showing her tail and, you know, pretending, I'm gonna say pretending, that, or maybe she is having a, you know, a boo thing on the side, you know. I really feel like Olivia needs to close one chapter before she opens up another, because it's obviously she's still, you know, Gerard is not only her baby daddy now, he's also her husband. And we do know how much she loves that man. And you just ain't got over that man in a blink of an eye. You probably over his bullish, okay? But you're not over him. Because even after all the bad things he does, Olivia's still holding on to the good in him, right? And Olivia prides herself on, you know, having 3 kids by one man. She prides herself on that. She feels like that's a grave accomplishment. And she prides herself on that. So me personally, I really feel like a lot of her doesn't want to really disconnect totally, because she knows she can move on. Olivia knows she can snatch somebody, but she doesn't want to really try to get with somebody else, potentially have children, and then she can't hold that, that crown of I got all my kids by one man. We do know Olivia loves being a mother, and she said that basically, well, that's what she was put on the earth for, to birth children, because she's so good at it. So, her having another baby, she get with another man, I feel like that's going to be possible. But, Olivia gets on her camera and she screams and hollers about people having comments about her life. It's her life. Well, sis, of course it's your life, but you can't be oblivious to the fact that if you put it out here on a public platform, that people obviously that don't know who you are or not connected to you other than your videos is not going to have a reaction to this type of behavior that you display. Like, sis, you cannot be that oblivious. I wouldn't worry about what people are saying, because I do understand, or she should understand, or we all understand, people gonna talk about you regardless. You getting on your platform cussing people out and calling them out their name, sis, is not gonna stop them. Just like it doesn't stop you from showing your ass, it's not going to stop them from saying what they want to say about you. Now, I do understand she feels like, people don't have the whole story. But at the end of the day, sis, we have the story that you tell, right? Regardless if you told that story for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or 2 hours. Everybody's reactions is based off what you're saying, right? And it's also coupled with others' life experience, because Olivia, she's not the only woman that's been with a man and he's dogged her out. Yes, sis, you're not the only one that has happened to. That's happened to a lot of women. So a lot of women can speak on a situation like yours because it's a familiar situation to a lot of women. And at the end of the day, my whole thought, I could have swore I've heard Olivia say several times that she puts her life out here for other women to be inspired by what she goes through. And so then when other women speak on what she's going through, and if it doesn't sound like they are on her personal cheerleading squad, then she gets mad. When she feel people call her out on her BS, because with Olivia has to get it. Say, sis, she has to understand, like, sis, does half the stuff that you put out here for people to see, sis, you really might want to look at them videos and think to your own damn self, should I really be putting this out here like that? You know what? I understand Olivia is capitalizing on what's going on in her life, right? But I really feel like if she's really that scorned, if you're really going through the motions, I really feel like that's something she would do privately instead of publicly, because I don't see how, other than it getting her a check, how you coming on here telling people how much this man has dogged you out and left your family high and dry and hurt your heart, how that's really going to help you heal. Because I don't see any healing yet. I see her trying to move on or move under somebody else, but I don't really see that girl healing. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below. But, like I said, y'all, these women, they kill me talking about what they don't want people to say about them, but yet you put that out there and you expect for people to be mute and not say anything or have a reaction to, to be honest with you, some of the ignorant stuff that they put out here that a lot of people would appear to be ignorant. Obviously, there are people who feel like, girl, that ain't nothing. But then there's a lot of mature women, and it doesn't have to be mature because they're older than you. It could be mature women that's the same age as you, but they're mature. So at the most part, a lot of the women that I feel like that comments on her, regardless if it's a reactor or it's somebody in the comment section, for the most part, it's a lot of mature women, regardless of their age category. If they're 30 or 99, they're just sitting up here looking at this girl like, sis, are you really standing up here portraying yourself in such a, such a juvenile way? Because I'm going to be honest with y'all, a lot of Olivia's behavior to me is very juvenile. I understand when people hurt, they react in different ways. But, her getting on camera, taking a whole bottle of Crown Royal and just pouring it into the cup just fills all the way up and spills on the counter. I mean, that literally didn't happen, but she was pouring so much drink in that cup. I was like, sis, slow down, okay? Because you do have children there. And the last thing that I don't know how you can handle the children appropriately and you know, waking up from a drunken stupor. I don't know, y'all. Like I said, everybody handles emotions differently. Everybody handles that differently, and I understand she's handling it in the way that the only way I guess she knows how to handle it. But you know, it's you know, sometimes things are not fair in love and war. You know, it's just not fair. No one ever said that love is perfect and you're gonna always win in love. No one ever said that. And what I think Olivia really needs to try to maybe figure out is, since you might just not, you know, although you have kids by this man, yes, sister, it just might not be meant to be. You know, it just, you and Gerard might not just never get it right with each other. You probably will get it right with somebody else. But as far as the chemistry of you and him, since you might just need to face the fact that, yeah, it's just not gonna work for you. You know, I mean, you can't say because he upped and left that you have literally got that man out your system. No, because if he decided to stay there in Florida with you, we wouldn't be seeing these videos. But because he didn't want to do or comply with your demands, now he's a horrible person, which, like I said, walking out on your family is not right, right? It's not right. But Olivia had to know, even when Gerard came back there, that that's not where he wanted to be. Because even when they ran back, when she ran to California and he ran behind her, where did they ultimately end up at? In Texas, right? When they go through what they go through, they always end back up in Texas. So I don't know, y'all. Y'all let me know down below what y'all think. I mean, at the end of the day, y'all, it is what it is. What we call reality TV. And a lot of this, y'all, is actual reality. I know a lot of us look at it like, I would never. But you know what, sis? There are people that will, okay? And we watching it right here on YouTube. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Leave your comments down below. Please make sure before you leave, you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And I most definitely will see you in the next one. Remember, you guys, sub what you love. Bye-bye.